Hi, everybody. I wanted to take a few moments to talk about the analysis paper. You have the rubric that is part of the assignment guidelines. Um, as you will have noticed, the vignette and the sort of feedback on that and vignette is or to completion, like your grade is related to completion. But of course, the analysis paper is a little more complicated. And what I'm really looking for in the final analysis, and I'll just read some of the criteria, and then I'll talk a little bit more. But the final analysis paper, one thing that you're going to be evaluated on is the accuracy, detail, and depth of theoretical representations. So I'm looking in an excellent paper to see that the analysis accurately reflects the theories from which you analyze your partner's vignettes, and the analysis references specific examples from your partner's vignette and makes a strong and multiple connections to course text. And that it goes beyond the surface level to raise kind of deep and critical questions regarding theory and practice. So that's one criteria. Another major criteria is the recommendations that you make after the analysis. And I'm looking in an excellent paper that the paper includes several thoughtful ideas for transforming and or extending practice with really clear connections to theories and course texts, and that the ideas, these recommendations, are explained in detail so that they can easily be transferred into practice. So, of course, the course text is going to be really helpful in your analysis, like going back and thinking about the different theories, thinking about these theories as tools to help you view, to see what is there, to see what is missing in the vignette, and so, sort of, to be able to describe it in theoretical terms, but also to be able to think about really how we can use theories to expand our thinking and expand our practices, right? Um, so yeah, this is definitely going to be your main tool as you're thinking about your analysis paper. I also want you to think a little. I think another way. And my colleague Grace Kang and I, the article that we wrote that you read earlier, and I will drop that in a link into this module as well. But we talked about the tools of theories, different theories, helping us to analyze our practice, but also different dimensions. So you can think, we talked about dimensions of writing, things like digital. So you can think in terms of things like digital technologies. You can also think in terms of like a concept like agency and participation. We looked at grammar and language. But you can think of other dimensions, like, could be drama, or, other dimensions of literacy, um, disciplinary literacies that you might analyze, that might help you like think of different recommendations. So, you might notice that in terms of digital literacies, the assignment is in one theoretical frame, but if you could add to it. So in terms of, I suppose what I'm saying, what we've noticed, Dr. Kang and I have noticed in our research, is often when we're analyzing a practice or a vignette, it doesn't neatly fall into one theory, but on one dimension it might be more relate to one theory, but on another dimension of literacy it might relate to another theory. So you can use both the different theoretical perspectives to help you with your analysis, but you might also use different dimensions of literacy to have a more nuanced kind of view of particular practices. It might just help you realize like some of the complexity, but also to open up new possibilities for instruction. So yeah, this is obviously an assignment where you're looking at somebody else's practices. And when I view all the discussion comments and things, I'm just really grateful for how thoughtful you are as you respond to one another. And I am sure that you're going to approach this task with care and thought. And I do think, we like it's almost being critical friends, right? We actually do appreciate not just hearing all the wonderful things about our own instruction, but also like getting to know concrete ways that we might make recommendations, improve our instruction. So let me know. I hope I haven't confused you more than clarified things. So again, as with the vignettes, I am happy to meet with you to talk through. And yeah, I wanted to say a couple of different things, a couple of approaches. My whole idea about teaching in general is, we're focusing on the learning. So I don't want you to feel like, I want you to be able to try something and not be worrying about the grade, right? So there's a couple of different things we can do in terms of the grade. One, I just suggest, you use the deadline and submit the paper. And if for some reason, like I feel like there's real problems with it, I will send it back to you and give you the opportunity to revise your paper. Another thing that we might do is I'm very happy to set up a Zoom conference either before you submit or after you've submitted to just kind of talk through ways to improve and expand on your analysis. So yeah, don't get caught up with the grade. If the grade doesn't look like how you want it to look, we can definitely do some work to improve. But I really want you to focus on practicing using these theories in meaningful ways to make a difference in practice. All right, thanks everybody.